up on this. There we go. Haha. All right. So 8 cups. So for those who don't know me, I am Nursey, a blessed RN. I like teaching nursing students how to do dimensional analysis because it's easy. It might seem crazy and it might seem hard, but once you get it, it's easy. You will learn how to do all types of problems with it without having to learn how to do any kind of formulas. The only knowledge that you need prior is your metric conversions. So if you do want to see them worked out in a different way, let me know, because I will. Nobody left behind. I don't discriminate. But for those who know me, know I push heavily dimensional analysis. Okay, so cups, 8 cups equals how many mLs? So for this one, we're going to have to go from cups to ounces, then ounces to milliliters. So we'll need to know those conversions. I like to write my conversions to the side. I refer to them as puzzle pieces because we're not doing math. When we do dimensional analysis, don't think that you're doing math, because people say, oh, I'm not good at math. Okay, we're not doing that. So what's next, right? Okay, so we'll do 1 cup is 8 ounces, and we know that 1 ounce is 30 mLs. Hey, all right. So if we're looking for milliliters, people like to say, I don't know where to start. Start with what you're looking for. If you start with what you're looking for, you won't have to go and find it, okay? So we'll do this one right here. 30 milliliters is 1 ounce. I've got ounces at the bottom, so I need ounces at the top. So I'll do 8 ounces is 1 cup. My ounces crosses out, and now I'm left with cups at the bottom. I need my cups from right here, and I'll put it over 1 because it's not in a relationship with anything else, right? And everything has crossed out except for milliliters, which is what we're looking for. This type of problem and knowledge would be beneficial when you're doing those in and out, your I's and O's, when they give you all that stuff that the patient has consumed and they're on fluid restriction trying to sneak even more, and you have to add them all together in milliliter format. So this is where that would come into play, okay? So we'll get 1,920 mLs, okay? Simple as that. Simple. Oh, no, she didn't throw in a fraction. Yes, I did, because we do not need to fear fractions, okay? A fraction is just cut up into pieces, right? Like, it's representative of a whole component, but that component is divided into pieces. So, like I said, we're not doing math and we're not being afraid of fractions, all right? Boom, same thing. We're going from cups to milliliters. So we need to know that 1 cup is 8 ounces and 1 ounce is 30 milliliters. Alrighty, so I'm going to start once again with what it is that I am looking for, which is this 30 ml over 1 ounce. And then I'll put my 8 ounces over 1 cup. Ounces cross out. Now I got my cups, right? And I use my fraction. So 2/3 cups. So cups crosses out. That means we'll multiply all of our numbers across the top, and then we'll divide by the number that's on the bottom. So 30 times 8 times 2 divided by 3. And that'll be a 160 ml amount. Okay? Boop. Moving right along. All right, here you go. At 150, you started your patient's antibiotic drug in 500. You make this so easy. Yes, that is my entire goal. Alrighty, so we got drug in that is 500 milligrams in 100 mLs. The IV pump is infusing at 200 mLs per hour using military time. What time will this infusion be complete? Okay, so what is our goal? Our goal is to find time. So that is going to be represented in hours, because when you do this for hours, your whole number is going to be the hour number. the hour part, and then the numbers behind the decimal will be your minutes, okay? So we're going to be looking for how many hours will it take, all right? So if we're starting 150, we have 100 mLs, and it is going at 200 mLs an hour. You know what? All right, so 100 ml, boom, and 200 milliliters per hour. So look, is it asking for milligrams, micrograms, grams? No, this part is going to be fluff because we just need the volume that is given, and we need to see how fast it's going, and you get your hours. So if I'm looking for hours, I'm going to start with hours. So that puzzle piece right there, I'll flip it and put my hours on the top because that is what I'm looking for. Now I've got milliliter on the bottom. I need milliliter at the top. So 100 mLs is in our bag. And then that's it. We got 100 on the top divided by 200, which is going to be 0.5 hours. So this means that there is 0 hours, right? But we got 0.5. That's going to be your minutes. Everything behind the decimal will take and multiply it by 60 because there are 60 minutes in an hour. So we'll do 0.5 times 60, which is going to be 30 minutes. So this will be 30 minutes, okay? So if we start at 1350 and you add 30 minutes to it, so let's add 10 minutes because that's going to take us to the next hour, right? So that's going to be 2 o'clock. And so then we got 20 more minutes left, right? Add that to your 2 o'clock. So end at 1420. Make sense? Y'all let me know if you got questions. Do you have a way to remember conversions? As a matter of fact, I do. Do you know OJ the Juice Man? No, I'm just kidding. But I do have a video on my page about how to remember your teaspoons, tablespoons, and ounce. And I get tickled because I didn't know that video was gonna go like that, but whatever. And that's just how my brain works. But yes, the teaspoon, the tablespoon, and ounce is 5, 15, and 30. So that's a good way to remember those. I do have some study sheets on my website. So if you go to boom, that website right there, right there, my finger is disappearing. There are study sheets and study guides on there, and that'll help you remember them. And when you get to dosage calculations problems, it's only really the micrograms, the milligrams, and the kilograms that you need to remember, and those are all 1,000, a factor of 1,000. So that's very super easy to remember. Okay. Yes, there will be plenty more questions. We are just getting started. I'm no TikToker. Okay, sorry. So 1420 is military timing. Yes. What are you using to share your screen like this? It's TikTok Live Studio and my iPad. Yep. And then OBS for YouTube to stream it. Child, the research I had to do. I mean, I'm not really technical, but here we are. Because back in the old days, like last year, I had it set up on my computer screen, and then I had a tripod with my phone, and then I had to mirror the iPad to the computer screen, and then record it to the phone. It was wild. But yes, this is it. This is how I do that. It's pretty cool. You're instructing a patient to take drug P, 10 milligrams per dose, oral suspension at home. The local pharmacy provides the patient with a bottle of 250 milliliters of drug P oral suspension, 10 milligrams per 5 milliliter. How many teaspoons will you instruct the patient to take per dose? Where? JT Money. Hold on. What you say? Where not 200? Ask your question again for me because I'm not understanding. Okay, is chemistry important in the hospital as same as doses? Yes, chemistry helps you. Is important when you need to understand what's going on with the body, especially like with your blood gases, your arterial blood gases that you draw with metabolic acidosis and alkalosis and respiratory acidosis and alkalosis. Understanding about like the osmosis and diffusion with the body processes and with your chemistries, with the composition of like albumin and just everything. Like, yes, it is important. You don't have to do all of that chemical reaction stuff that you were doing in chemistry, but a basic knowledge of chemistry is important for you to understand what's going on inside the body, especially but I'm so bad at chemistry. It's not that deep when you get into nursing school. It's just kind of basic things. So don't if you're not good at chemistry, like chemistry, it's not gonna be that bad. I promise. Okay, so this one is asking about teaspoons, right? Teaspoons per dose. So that is our goal. Teaspoons per dose. So we need to know some things, right? So we need to know if we're working with milliliters, so we need to know the conversion, which is 1 teaspoon is 5 mLs, right? And then it says we are given 10 milligrams a dose. Okay, and it says that they provided them with a bottle of 250 ml. So then it tells us that it has a suspension of 10 milligrams per 5 ml. That right here is going to be your fluff. We don't care about how big the bottle is. We just want to know what is the concentration. So 10 milligrams per 5 milliliters, okay? And so then we want to start with what it is that we're looking for, which is teaspoons, right? So we'll do 1 teaspoon is 5 milliliters. So next we want to get our puzzle piece that has the milliliters in it, right? Because our milliliters are at the bottom, we got to have that at the top to cancel it out. So this one, so we'll do 5 mLs per 10 mgs. Milliliters cross out, and now we got milligrams at the bottom. We need milligrams at the top. 10 milligrams per dose. So milligrams cross out, and you got teaspoon per dose, and that's that. So we'll do 5 times 10 divided by 5 divided by 10, which will be 1 teaspoonful that we give to our patient. Does that make sense? Yup. Yeah, that $1 Million Baby song is like stuck in my head heavy. It's awful. Awful, awful, awful. You do it so easy. Yes, this is dimensional analysis. A lot of people aren't taught properly how to do it, and so it is confusing. I am here to make your time in nursing school easy when it comes to dosage calculations. Dosage calculations only, okay? For med-surg and maternal and OB and all the other stuff, you gotta consult your other content creators and resources. But for dosage calc, this is it. So penicillin, 1,500,000 units, right? By mouth every 8 hours. Available is penicillin V potassium, 400,000 units per 5 milliliters. How many milliliters per dose will the nurse administer? So our goal is milliliter per dose. So milliliter on the top and dose on the bottom. Okay. So we have ordered this. So that is 1 dose by mouth every 8 hours. So that's 15. Well, I keep wanting to say 15. 1.5 million. How about that? I could use 1.5 million. If y'all had 1.5 million, what would y'all do with it? And I'm not talking about units of potassium. Penicillin. Let's see. Our concentration is 400,000 units per 5 ml. And so we're going to start with what what we're looking for. So we'll do this one. 5 ml over 400,000. And then we'll do 1.5 million units over dose. And so that is units per dose. So we'll do 5 times 1.5 million. How many zeros is that? Okay, boom. Make sure you get all of your zeros because you know they make a difference. And I got 18.75. So if we were to, let's do a rounding check. So if we rounded this to the nearest whole number, what will our answer be? And y'all give me some double taps if y'all are liking this session so far. $19 mLs. Correct. Correctamundo. All right. I think I did that twice. Did I do it twice? Boom. I did. All right. So the original problem was 6.566. Okay. Let's see here. I do lives on Sunday night and Wednesday night. Yep. And sometimes I miss them. But it's for a good cause. I am working on my e-workbook to help you break it down and do these step by step and create some more practice problems that I will upload to my website so y'all can have some more resources. So I be working. I just, I had to step off. All right, so for this one, we need to know that there are different formulas for your fluid maintenance. So, and it's according to the weight of the patient. So if the patient weighs 10 kilograms or less, they get 100 mLs per kilogram. If they are 11 to 20 kilograms, then they get 1,000 milliliters plus 50 milliliters per kilogram, okay? And that's for every kilogram that is over the 10. And so this one, they get 1,500. So 1,500 mLs plus 20 milliliters per kilogram for every kilogram that is greater than 20. Okay? So, well, hold on. They're not 20. I don't know what I'm thinking about. So it's the second one. So they get 1,000, milliliters plus 50 mLs per kilogram. I don't know why I thought I saw 28. And you know what? Glasses right here. I don't have contacts in or nothing. It's awful. All right. So for that's for every kg that is greater than 10. So we'll take 18 kilograms and we'll subtract our 10 kilograms from it. So that is 8 kilograms that's left. So we know they automatically get this, but we need to figure this part out, okay? So we'll do 50 milliliters per kilogram. And then we got kilogram at the bottom, so we'll put our 8 kilograms at the top. Kilograms crosses out, and we'll do 50 times 8, which is going to be 400. And then we'll add the 400 to that 1,000 that they automatically get. And that'll be 1,400 milliliters that this pediatric patient would need for fluid maintenance. Now, sometimes in these type of questions, they ask you, what will you set the IV pump to administer the required dose of the maintenance? So basically, this is what you would give in a day. So 1,400 milliliters over 24 hours. So then you would just do your 1,400 divided by 24, and you would set your IV pump to 58 milliliters per hour if you were rounded to the nearest whole number. I just got here. Is this a safe dose? No, this is not safe dose. This is pediatric fluid maintenance. Sorry. I had the title up top. I just didn't pull it down enough. But I do have some safe dose on here for tonight. Let's see. We can go ahead and look at them since y'all are asking. Let's do. Alrighty. So safe dose. Provider orders 25 milligrams of gentamicin per dose. Patient weighs 9 kilograms. Safe dose range for gentamicin is 1.5 to 2.5 milligrams per kilogram per dose every 8 hours. Is the provider's ordered dose within the safe range? You're welcome. I got Jazzy, you know that's my favorite. That's my jam. So of course I'm going to do weight-based every single time if I don't do nothing else. Are you allowed to carry a calculator with you? Yes, you're allowed to carry whatever you want to in the hospital. Not whatever you want. But yeah, there you would have a calculator on the computer if the computer was working, which ours are still not, but whatever. But yes, you can have a calculator with you. You can use the calculator on the phone if you want to, but yeah. This type of question for Ped Safe Dose, we are making sure that what's ordered is safe. So you do that by figuring out what is your safe zone by using your safe dose range. So this is per dose, okay? It tells you that this is per dose. Sometimes they say per day. You have to pay attention to the wording and what's it asking for, okay? So we are going to do 1.5 milligrams per kilogram per dose. Our patient's weight is already in kilograms, so that's 9 kgs over 1, and so kgs cross out. And this is going to give you how many milligrams per dose you can give, okay? All right, night nurse. Hey. This lady right here, if you are not following her, you need to follow her right now, okay? She is going to be a jewel in your nursing treasure chest, okay? She gives you the breakdown on everything, all of the insight, where you can go to get resources. She's got a library full of information, some books that a lot of the programs have that are in PDF format. She has those in her library, so you don't even have to pay hundreds of dollars. I wish that I had somebody like her before I started nursing school, because you have all of these questions. You don't know the difference between LPN and RN and accelerated and just all kind of things. So y'all go follow her. She is thebomb.com, and I really thank God for what she's doing, because I really would have needed that before I started, because I didn't know the difference. I started at a university, and then I ended up going to a community college, and then I went back and got my BSN from the same said university. So anyways, long walk around the park, whatever Jill said. All right, so this is the minimum, okay? Minimum. We need to find the maximum, which is 2.5 to K per kg per dose, and we got 9 kilograms. Kilograms crosses out, so we'll do 2.5 times 9, and that is going to be 22.5 milligrams, okay, per dose. So that is your safe dose range, 13.5 to 22.5, right? So if you are at or in between these numbers, you are safe. So now what we can do is go to our order. Our order is 25 milligrams per dose, right? So that's what's been ordered. Is this 25 milligrams in the safe zone? Is it in the safe zone? No, it is not safe. So does that make sense? You look for the safe zone, the safe dose zone, okay, which is here to here. If it's more than that, it's not safe. If it's less than that, it's not safe. But if it's at or in between these numbers, it is safe. So what has been ordered is this, and it is way past 22.5. Well, not way past, but it's a good little bit, okay? So it's not safe. If you got this answer right, double tap that screen for me, because that means that we doing something. All right, and I got another safe dose. Let's do it. So just in case you didn't get this one right and you ain't tell nobody, it's okay, because this is a safe space. I want you to make your mistakes here. I want you to get your answers, your questions here. I want you to get your answers here. So when you go to take ATI, you go to take HESI, or you got paper and pen or whatever it is that you use in class and your professor has to grade it, you will get it, okay? So patient is 5 years old. They weigh 20 kilograms. The safe dose range for ceftriaxone is 50 to 75 milligrams per kilogram per day, divided into 2 doses. So remember, the last one is said per dose. This one says it's per day, but you can't give all of that at one time. It has to be divided into 2 doses, all right? So the provider orders 600 milligrams of ceftriaxone per dose. Is the provider's ordered dose within the safe range? If it's safe, how many milliliters will the nurse administer per dose? Okay, so this is as for dose, okay? So we'll take 50 milligrams per kilogram per day, okay? Our patient's weight is already in kgs, so we'll put that over 1. Your kilograms crosses out. So remember, it said divided into two doses. So in 1 day, because we got day at the bottom, that's got to go. So 1 day, there are 2 doses. And so days crosses out, and this is going to give you how many milligrams per dose, okay? Y'all following me? Because a lot of people get confused on that day and dose aspect. You just got to look at what it's asking you for and look at your frequency. When you have a total amount per day and it's asking you to figure out the dose, that's when you consult the frequency. Because sometimes it says every 12 hours, every 6 hours, every 8 hours. You know that you divide whatever that is, 24, by whatever it's giving you, and that will give you how many doses are in the day. Or it will say it like this one, divided into 2 doses, divided into 4 doses, all right? So we'll do 50 times 20 divided by 2, right? So I got 500 milligrams. So that's per dose. That's the minimum they can have, all right? And so now we need to find out the maximum. So 75 milligrams per kilogram per day times 20 kilograms times 1 day is 2 doses. Days crosses out. Now you got milligram per dose. So we'll do 75 times 20 divided by 2. And that's 750 milligrams per dose. Okay. So now we've got our range, which is 500 to 750 milligrams in 1 dose. What has been ordered? 600 milligrams. All right. This is our safe zone. Is 600 milligrams in the safe zone? Is it safe? Is it safe? Is it safe? You gonna give it? Or you gonna call the doctor? Which one you doing? Safe. It is safe. It fits right up in there somewhere, don't it? Boom. Okay? It is a safe dose. So now, since it is safe, we will use our time, because time is precious. You can't get that back, right? And we will figure out how many milliliters to give to our patient. So if we have, oh my gosh, you know what? Nurse C, you did it again. Oh, I didn't include a concentration for our drug. Okay, we can still figure it out. So let's say the available concentration is, let's do 250 milligrams per milliliter. Okay, so if that's what's available, then how many milliliters will we give per dose? So if we have milliliter per 250 milligram, we need 600 milligram per dose. That's going to be your milligrams crossing out, and you're left with milliliter per dose. So 600 divided by 250, it'll be 2.4 mLs per dose. So what y'all feel about that now? Safe dose? Y'all got it? If you had a test on it tomorrow, would you make 100? Yeah, you had me lost. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It happens to the greats, I swear. Oh, I was booking it, trying to get these together, man. I've been trying to work on stuff all day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have my questions for tonight. So yeah, I'm confused. What you confused about, BSN student? And y'all don't forget, you can view the replay on my YouTube channel, A Blessed RN. My social medias are the same across Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, here, all that. You have to get it 100 on your test. Okay. You can get 100. I have faith in that. All right, you guys. So, yeah, if you need to go and revisit those, then they are available. So, let's see what else I got. I did that one. All right, so we got some weight-based, okay? A provider orders drug H 5 milligrams per kilogram per dose every 8 hours. Patient weighs 125 pounds. Drug H is available as 100 milligrams per 2 mLs. How many milliliters per day will the nurse administer to the patient? Round to 1 decimal place, okay? So we are looking for what? How many milliliters per day? So our goal is to have milliliters on the top and day on the bottom. So what do we have? This is a weight-based problem. So I say PPP, not the loan during COVID, but the patient's weight, the prescription, and then your product. So we'll do patient's weight is 125 pounds. Our prescription is 5 milligrams per kilogram per dose. Now, that is per dose. We need to find out how much is in a day, right? So this is what is called the frequency. That's how often you would give a dose. So we know that there are going to be 3 doses in one day, because 24 divided by every 8 hours is going to be 3 doses. So in one day, there are 3 doses. Okay? And so then, what else are we looking for? The P, the last P, 100 milligrams per 2 milliliter. All right, y'all ready? So if we are looking for milliliter, what do you start with? Start with what you're looking for. You don't ever have to be lost when you start a question again. Start with what you're looking for. We'll do 2 ml over 100 milligrams. We got milligrams at the bottom, so we need milligrams at the top. We'll use this puzzle piece right here. 5 milligrams per kg per dose. Milligrams crosses out, and now we've got kilogram and dose at the bottom. All right, so both of those have got to go, right? So we'll do 1 kg is 2.2 pounds, because our patient's weight is in pounds, and that is the conversion for it. So then we'll put 125 pounds over 1. That crosses out. And now what's left is milliliter per dose. We need milliliter per day. So we know that there are 3 doses in one day. Your doses cross out, and now you've got milliliter at the top and day at the bottom. Okay? Y'all with me? Put a 1 in the comments if you're with me. Chief Keef, are you with me? Or whatever Kurt Franklin used to say. Times 125 times 3 divided by 100 divided by 2.2. And I got 17.04 mLs per day. So this asks us to round to 1 decimal place, right? So if we are to round to 1 decimal place, so that's here, that's the tenths. So that 4 means that it's going to stay the same. So we're going to just round it to 17 milliliters. Because remember, we don't have any trailing zeros. Milliliters per day. Yes. Y'all good? Any questions? You with me still? TP, are you with me? Oh. Alrighty. So, on to the next one. A nurse is preparing to administer drug A 15 milligrams per kilogram per day by mouth divided into 4 equal doses to a client who weighs 185 pounds. Available is drug A 125 milligrams per 5 mLs. How many milliliters should the nurse administer per dose? And we're going to round to the nearest tenth. Okay, so our goal is milliliter per dose. And it says drug A. So we got 185 pounds. So our prescription is 15 milligrams per kilogram per day, right? That says day. Hey, Kevin, y'all, that's another one of my mutuals. Go follow him for how to break down the nursing questions, okay? So your NCLEX, you want to study for that as soon as you start nursing school. Don't wait till the end and then say, oh, I need to start studying for NCLEX. No, you should be doing NCLEX studying and nursing style questions throughout your whole entire nursing career. So that way you'll know how to break down those questions and how to answer them, how to weed out. He helps with strategies on how to pass. So that's the guy right there. He comes on live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5:30 Central Time too. And he's a hot mess, but you'll love him. And he out here doing the Lord's work too, okay? He cussed a little bit, but we still love him. All right, so let's see. All right. Okay, what was I saying? So per day. So we know we need per dose, right? So that's again when I say it says something about a day, you need to look at the frequency. So we know that in one day there are 4 doses, okay? Cutting up, Kevin. Yeah, you be cutting up. You cutting the heck up. But that's okay though. Just get them past the NCLEX. Okay, and then 5 milliliters. So if we're looking for milliliters, we start with what we're looking for. So we know that we can flip those puzzle pieces, okay? Because people are like, well, how did you get that on top? I just flipped it, okay? He do be cussing and be cutting up and be blocking folks and everything, you know. But some people get on here and they be so rude, you know. And I'm like, he is taking his time to help you. So he be cutting up Kevin. All right, and then kilograms. So our patient's weight is in pounds. We'll do our conversion. Boom, boom. And 185 pounds over 1. Boom, boom. And then day. So we know that in one day there are 4 doses. Boom. And everything is now crossed out except for milliliter per dose. I cut up because I love y'all. Okay. I think you cut up because you love it. You love it, but that's okay. I'm all for it. I'm all for having fun because nursing school is stressful. Okay? So y'all got the answer to this one yet? Let's see. Kevin, do you have a YouTube channel as well? Or are you on any other socials? You right. Keep this. I'm trying, sir. 5 times 15 times 185 divided by 125 divided by 2.2 divided by 4. And I got 12.61. Did y'all get that? All right. So it says to round to the nearest tenth. Okay. So that is this decimal place right here. So we know that we round right. So we'll go to one decimal space to the right. If it's 4 and below, then it stays the same. If it's 5 and above, then you scoot it on up, right? So this is going to be 12.6 milliliters per dose. Oh, okay. You have a YouTube, Facebook, and IG, The Boot Nurse. Okay, cool. So yeah, y'all go check them out. Plenty of resources galore. Man, I'm telling you, would have been so beneficial 14 years ago. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's okay. All right. So now the provider orders an order for potassium chloride, 20 milliequivalents, and 500 milliliters of D5W to be infused over 8 hours. What is the infusion rate in milliliter per hour? So a lot of y'all will see MEQ and freak the freak out. Don't do that, because it's just a different unit of measure. Just like you have a gram, a milligram, a microgram, just like you have a unit, a milliunit, a microunit, you have a milliequivalent. A milliequivalent is how your electrolytes are going to be measured in, okay? So it is just another unit of measure. And it don't even make doesn't even matter in this case, because what are we looking for when we do IV problems? We're looking for volume. How much of this are we going to give to the patient over time? So blah blah blah. I couldn't even scribble it out. It's that much fluff on there. Scribble, 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 scribble. All right, we want to know how many milliliters over the time. So our goal is mLs per hour. So we need 500 mLs over 8 hours. And that's that. So then you divide the top by the bottom, and that's your answer. 500 divided by 8 is going to be 62.5. What if we had to round this one to the nearest whole number? What would our answer be? Nearest whole number, it would be 63 milliliters per hour. Yep. But do y'all see? That's fluff. You'll look over that. You be like, what do I do with that? Nothing at all. We want volume. So milliliter, liter, whatever the unit of measure for volume is, how much it is to go into your patient. So infused over, to be given in, to what other verbiage they use. But basically they tell you how fast they want it to be infused to your patient. That's what you use. All that other stuff is fluff. You got to get into the habit of recognizing fluff. All right, so IV completion time. There is 350 mLs left in the IV bag, which is infusing at 75 milliliters per hour. How long will it take to complete the infusion? Answer in hours and minutes. And if the current time at which the bag is accessed is 14:05, what time will the infusion be complete? Ooh, so we want to know how long it's going to take. And we got to use that answer, or we have to convert our answer to hours and minutes. And then we've got to use that to see what time in military time at the end will it be finished. Okay. So our goal is to look for hours, because we're looking for time. Okay. So we've got 350 milliliters that's left in the bag. It's going at 75 milliliters per hour. So if I'm looking for my goal, which is hour, I'm going to start with this. Excuse me. It was making its way out because I was dying for a second. I'm sorry, y'all. I hate if that was loud. All right, so hour over 75 ml. And then we've got our 350 milliliters over 1. Your milliliters crossed out and you're left with your hours, okay? So we'll do 350 divided by 75, which is 4.6 repeating. Okay, so remember, this part right here is your hour. This part right here is your minutes. You're going to take everything after the decimal and you multiply it times 60. So 0.66 times 60 is going to be 39.4, which is 40 minutes, okay? So it's going to take 4 hours and 40 minutes for this to be completed, right? So if you start start at 14:05, which is 2:05 in the afternoon, right? And you add 4 hours and 40 minutes. So we'll do it like that. This is going to be your minutes right here. This is going to be your hours. So that's going to be 45 minutes on this side, and this is going to be 18. So you'll end the infusion at 18:45, which is 6:45 in the evening. Yep. Hey, Mimi Panini. How you doing? Okay. It's okay to be late a little bit. Lord knows I've been late. All right. Microgram per kilogram per minute. I had to tell my dad, you've got to wrap it up. Oh no, don't cut that off now. You know you can go back and replay. Look at the replay on YouTube. So don't fret. All righty. A patient is receiving drug D IV at 30 milliliters per hour. Patient weighs 85 kilograms. Lord, y'all catch me on a bad night. That's the second typo. Lord. You are supplied with drug D 500 mgs and 250 milliliters of normal saline. How many micrograms per kilogram per minute is the patient receiving? All right. So what is our goal? Our goal is to find micrograms per kilogram per minute. Okay, so we have a drug D that's going at 30 milliliters per hour. Our patient weighs 85 kilograms. We've got 500 milligrams in 250 milliliters, okay? And so we are looking for micrograms at the top and kilograms and minutes at the bottom. Remember, we are not doing math. We are doing a puzzle. So we need our puzzle. This is the picture on the puzzle box, right? And we want to make it look like that. So we start with what we're looking for, okay? So if we're looking for micrograms, we start with micrograms. But you don't have any micrograms, but we still going to start with it because Nurse C said so. And Nurse C get degrees. All right, boom. So we'll do 1,000 mics per 1 milligram because you got your patient, your medicine that's already supplied in milligrams, okay? So then we'll do this one, 500 milligrams over 250 mLs. Milligrams crosses out, okay? So now we've got milliliters. We'll use this puzzle piece, 30 milliliter per hour. And now we've got micrograms at the top, but we need kilogram and minute at the bottom. We got hour at the bottom. So we'll do 1 hour is 60 minutes. Hours crosses out. And now we got to put kilograms at the bottom. So we'll use our kilograms, which is 1. And then we'll put the kilograms at the bottom. And so now we've got micrograms on the top, kilograms and minutes, boom, boom, on the bottom. And now we can finally do some math in our calculator, okay? Does everybody understand how I set this problem up? Because it can be a little bit tricky. And I don't want to leave anybody. So 1,000 times 500 times 30 divided by 250 divided by 60 divided by 85. I got 11.76 micrograms per kilogram per minute. Y'all good? Good, you good, you good, you good. Ooh. Alrighty. No questions. I'm keeping it going. Swiping left. Alright. Drug B. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Drug B. 2 grams. IV piggyback to infuse over 90 minutes. Drug B is available from the pharmacy as 2 grams and 250 mLs of normal saline. Thank you for sharing the live. Y'all, thanks for liking the lives as well. I appreciate your support. What will the nurse set the IV pump milliliter per hour to administer the dose of drug B? All right. So Is this asking for a gram? Is this asking for a milligram? Is this asking for a microgram? No, it is not. So therefore, fluff, fluff. Because you got your 2 grams that's in your 250 mLs, right? So we need 250 mLs to go over 90 minutes. Okay? Our goal, however, is milliliter per hour. So we got milliliter at the top, but we need hour at the bottom. So what we'll do to fix that is put our 60 minutes is 1 hour. And your minutes crosses out. And there you go. 250 times 60 divided by 90. And so that is 166.66666. So we'll do 167 mLs per hour if we round it to the nearest whole number. Boom. Any questions for this one? Nope. Okay. Keep on going. So this is a reconstitution one. People freak out when it says reconstitution. When reconstitution is only taking a powdered medicine and adding a liquid to it, whether it's sterile water or normal saline, shaking it up and making it liquid so that you can give it to your patient. Don't y'all put no powder stuff in these folks' IV lines or G tubes and all that stuff. Like, no, we're not doing that, okay? The physician prescribes drug M 400 milligrams IM. The vial of powder states add 8 milliliters of bacteriostatic water for injection to the 500 milligram vial to make a concentration of 125 milligrams per 2 mLs. How many milliliters equals to the ordered dose? Okay, so we need to find milliliters. Okay, so with reconstitution, what you would want to do is concentrate on the concentration, how big the vial is, with how much it's going to contain total, how much water or liquid that you add, and all this and all that and the third. No, that doesn't matter. We are going to concentrate on the final concentration after it has been reconstituted. So this is 125 milligrams per 2 mLs. This is fluff. This is fluff. Don't let it trip you up because I don't told you now. You know. Concentrate on the concentration. That's what you use, okay? So we are looking for milliliters. We know we have ordered 400 milligrams and we have 125 milligrams per 2 ml. I'm looking for milliliters, so I will do 2 milliliters per 125 mgs times my 400 milligrams that's ordered. Milligrams is crossed out. We'll do 400 times 2 divided by 125, which will be 6.4 milliliters. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All you got to do is remember to concentrate on the concentration. Don't let all those other numbers and fluff get you caught up. And you're thinking, oh, I need to add this in here. I need to add that in there. No, you don't. It's fluff. It has nothing to do with the problem. Nothing. Alrighty. So drops per minute. All right. The doctor orders 5 milliliter of normal saline for 8 hours. The drop factor is 20 drops per milliliter. What is the flow rate in drops per minute? Look, I swear I am, Mimi. If you only knew, I can't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow is a weekday, but it's an off day. I'm so excited. Your girl is tired. Oh. All right, so we're looking for drops per minute. Oh, you didn't have to call me out like that, but it's okay. 500 mLs per 8 hours. You see how you do? See how you do. You could at least just send me a message, say, you okay? Alrighty, so if we're looking for drops on the top, we'll start with our drops, right? So that's going to be 20 drops per milliliter. Okay, now we got milliliter on the bottom, we need milliliter on the top. So that'll be this one, 500 mLs per 8 hours. Boom, boom. Now we've got hour on the bottom, but we need minutes on the bottom. So we'll do 1 hour is 60 minutes. Hours crosses out, and now you're left with drops per minute. So we'll do 20 times 500 divided by 8 divided by 60. And that's going to be 20.83 repeating. You ain't never ever gone into your kitchen and saw 0.08 of a drop come out. You've only seen a drop or not a drop. So we'll have to always round these to the nearest whole number because you can't divide a drop, right? So if we rounded this to the nearest whole number, what would our answer be? Nearest whole number, 21. 21, okay, 21 drops per minute. Alrighty, moving on. All right. D5, normal saline with 20 milliequivalents of calcium chloride is to infuse at 75 milliliters an hour. On hand is IV tubing with a 20 drops per ml drop factor. Calculate the flow rate in drops per minute. So we are once again looking for drops on the top and minutes on the bottom. So this says all this jazz right here, fluff. We've got 75 milliliters to go per hour, okay? And then we've got our drop factor, which is 20 drops per ml. And now we need our drops on the top and our minutes on the bottom. So we'll do this one. And now this is talking about I am not active. Come on, thing. I am active. There we go. Okay, so we'll do 20 drops per milliliter. And then 75 milliliters an hour. We want minutes on the bottom, so we'll do our 1 hour over 60 minutes. Milliliter cross out, hour cross out, drops per minute. And that is it. That is simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So do y'all like doing these via this way, which is dimensional analysis, or with like a formula? And I got 25 drops per minute. I like this way. Dimensional analysis can be confusing with the fluff. Everything it could be confusing with the fluff, I think. Because fluff is like, that's what it's meant to do. You know, it's meant to confuse you. Oh, my co-worker friend calling us to check on us. That's so sweet. DA for me. Okay. So, formula. The formula is volume, which is milliliter over time, but it has to be in minutes. So you'll have to put 75 milliliters over 60 minutes. Because if you put 1 hour at the bottom, you would get it wrong. So that's my deal with it. Times your drop factor, which is drops per milliliter. So that's my deal with it. Because like what? Yeah, I know. I got some real cool nurses. You know, not everybody is crazy and have attitudes and all that. So don't get discouraged about what y'all see out on social media. You know what I'm saying? All right. But anywho, this part has to be in minutes. Okay. It has to be in minutes. If you put 1 hour at the bottom, it's going to be wrong. Because that would be what? 75 times, what's the drop factor? 20. And that is not 1,500 drops a minute. You're going to overload your patient. You're like, why is this bag so dry, so quick? Right? So, yes, it has to be in minutes. That's why I like A, because you don't have to remember like the quirks of like different formulas. Because if you don't remember the formula, you're like, freak, where'd I go? With this, all you got to do is just doop, 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 cross out, cross out, cross out. Got what I'm looking for. Boom. Simplero. What days and times do you come on? I come on Sunday night and Wednesday night. Sundays at 7:30 p.m. Central and Wednesday 8 p.m. Central. Teas. I don't know if this is on the teas test, but Future RN Prep. That's the lady on here who does lives to help you with the teas test. Yeah, if you have subscribed, the notification should come on or pop up when I come on the live. So, and if you miss it, you can always go back on my and look at the replay on YouTube. Did we do this one already? I feel like we did. Yep, I'm losing it. Y'all got any more requests for tonight before I decide to turn it on in? Because it looks like I'm losing my mind. You're welcome. Yep. Y'all are welcome. Y'all are welcome. I went outside and like now my nose and stuff is scratchy. I'm so sick of being sick. I really am. You're welcome. Any more requests for tonight? You're welcome. Nope. Okay then. She said this was delightful. You know what, Mimi? I don't know if you be throwing shade or you trying to be fun or what. I don't know how to take it. Oh, who I recommend for fundamentals? Who got fundamental stuff? Who got fundamental stuff? I think Nurse D, well, Professor D, next is nursing. She does stuff. Um, I don't know who specifically does fundamentals, but like to break down nursing style questions, which might incorporate some fundamental stuff. Kevin, who was on here, the boot nurse. Larissa, the night nurse, 305, she might have some more people who like specifically for fundamentals, but I'm not sure like specifically for fundamentals. Your test on Tuesday is pass or fail, one chance. What's going to be on your test on Tuesday? She said, I come back here for a reason. Okay, Nia. I'm glad to see you back. I enjoy you being on here. Oh, definitely. I shall pray for everybody who is on this live who requires it. We all could use a good prayer. Fundamentals. Oh, I thought it was dosage. My bad. But yeah, fundamentals is hard because you have to unlearn everything that you thought you knew before you started school and learn like the nursing language, because nursing is its own science, it's its own language, it's its own thing. API, nursing diagnosis, the nursing process, what will save a life or a limb, like prioritization, delegation, all of that. So it's nothing like, you just don't think, oh my gosh, like it's fundamentals, like that's supposed to be easy. No, like you're basically forming a good foundation for the rest of your nursing career and your nursing education, because without a good understanding of fundamentals, then you'll be lost. Lost. Yeah, see, Mimi Panini, she's kind of vouching too, She said she a junior now. She don't want to look back on fundamentals. See, yeah, fundamentals can be a doozy. But we'll definitely pray for your well-being and your spiritual health and your mental health going into this test, because nursing school can cause you to do that. We go forward and we forget the rest. No, I don't know about forgetting. I don't know about forgetting. I think everything kind of ties into each other. Like once you get further into your nursing program, you see how everything kind of coincides and like comes back around and like, okay, this affects this. And we always talking about fluid volume. We always talking about oxygenation. You're always talking about what the cells need. You know what I'm saying? You start to pick up patterns. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I think that's a good thing to say. Patterns. I need to brush up on electrolytes. Fluid and electrolytes. Like, what are the electrolytes doing? What's the cells doing? Like, what are the cells shrinking? What's the fluid volume space going? Like, what fluid volume overload? It's going back into the tissues. It's backing up. It's being systemic. Is it right sided? Is it left sided? Like all of that stuff. It just comes together. And if you don't have a good foundation, then you'll be lost in the sauce. My class is only 5 week long. You doing that accelerated stuff, ain't it? Can't do it. I cannot. It gives me a headache. Yes, yes. Especially like, and then everybody want to holler out. They want to go to the ICU. Well, the ICU requires that you have a good understanding about your hemodynamics, what's going on in the body, how the heart, brain, and lungs and kidneys all play a part in each other. And they be sitting up there cha-chawing, and then somebody get off step, and then it's like the whole system is like just whatever. Good night, YouTube. Thank you for tuning in with me. I'm just chit chatting.